The Sneetches is by Dr. Seuss. The Sneetches. Now the star-belly Sneetches had belly with stars. The plain-belly Sneetches had none upon ours. Those stars weren't so big. They were really so small. You might think such a thing wouldn't matter at all. But because they had stars, all the star-belly Sneetches would brag. We're the best kind of Sneetches on the beaches. With their snoots in the air, they would sniff and they snort. We'll have nothing to do with the plain-belly snort. And whatever they meant then, when they were out walking, they hike right on past them without even talking. When the star-bellied children went out to play ball, could a plain belly get in the game? Not at all. You can only play if your belly's on stars, and the plain-bellied children had none upon ours. When the star-bellied Sneetches have Frankfurter roast, or picnics, or parties, or marshmallow shows, they never invited the plain-belly Sneetches. They let them out cold in the dark in the beaches. They kept them away, never let them come near, and that's how they treated them year after year. Then one day, it seems, while the plain-belly Sneetches were moping and doping alone on the beaches, just sitting there wishing their bellies had stars, a stranger zipped up in the strangest of cars. "My friends," he announced in a voice clear and keen, "my name is Sylvester McMonkey McBean, and I've heard of your troubles. I've heard you're unhappy, but I can fix that. I'm the fix-up chappie. I've come here to help you. I have what you need. My prices are low, and I work at great speed. My work is 100% guaranteed." Then quickly, Sylvester McMonkey McBean put together a very peculiar machine, and he said, "You want stars like a star-billed Sneetch? My friends, you can have them for $3 each. Just pay me your money. I need to hop right aboard." So they clambered inside. Then the big machine roared, and it clunked, and it bonked, and it jerked, and it barked, and it buffed them about. But the thing really worked. When the plain-belly Sneetches popped out, they had stars. They actually did. They had stars upon ours. Then they yelled at the ones who had stars at the start. "We're exactly like you. You can't tell us apart. We're all just the same now, you snooty old smarties. And now we can go to your Frankfurter parties." "Good grief," groaned the one who had stars at first. "We're still the best Sneetches, and they are the worst. But now, how in the world will we know?" They all frowned. "And what kind is, if which kind is what, or the other way around?" Nope. Then out came McBean with a very sly wink, and he said, "Things are not quite as bad as you think, so you don't know who's who. That is perfectly true. But come with me, friends. Do you know what I'll do? I'll make you again the best Sneetches on beaches, and all it will cost you is $10 each." "Belly stars are no longer a star, said Mr. Bean. "What you need is a trip through my star-off machine. This wonderful contraption will take off your stars, so you won't want like Sneetches to have them on ours." And that handy machine, working very precisely, removed all the stars from their tummies quite nicely. Then with snoots in the air, they paraded about, and they opened their beaks, and they let out a shout. "We know who is who, now there isn't a doubt. The best kind of Sneetches, or Sneetches without." Then, of course, those with all stars got frightfully mad. To be wearing a star are now as frightfully bad. And of course, old Sylvester Monkey McBean invited them into his star-off machine. And of course, from then on, as you probably guessed, things really got into a horrible mess. Shoom, shoom. All the rest of the day on those wild, screaming beaches, the fix-up of Chappie kept fixing up Sneetches. Off again, off, on again, in again, out again. Through the machines they raced about, round and about again, changing their stars every minute or two. They kept paying money, they kept running through, until neither the plane nor the star-bellies knew whether this one was that one, or that one was this one, or which one was what one, or what one was who. Then, when every last cent of their money was spent, the fix-up chappie, he packed up and he went. And he laughed as he drove in his car up the beach. "They never will learn. No, you can't teach a Sneetch." But Bean was quite wrong. I'm quite happy to say that the Sneetches got really smart on that day. The day they decided that Sneetches are Sneetches, and no kind of Sneetch is the best on the beaches. That day, all the Sneetches forgot about stars, whether they had one or not upon ours. The end.